Fellas, welcome back to our nice discussions and our nice conversations on the global happenings and global global politics in also in Africa, in other parts of the world and all corners of the world. My name is Clement Karuga. You can hit the subscribe button as we engage, and also make sure you comment, and also make sure you react to some of these conversations. Some of them are deep, some of them are not that deep, that's so deep. So this day we are going to dwell into deportation in the US. We understand that there during this time of period of time whereby President Donald Trump, the President of the United States of America, who was chosen, who was re-elected back into the Oval Office, has been talking about deportation of those people who are in America. And also it has been news all over, and also we have not seen much of the deportations, but they are still happening. They are still happening even from the back of the mainstream media. It is happening. Now on Wednesday, July 16th, there was mass deportation from the US. First of all, you understand that the US is around, it has a GDP of around 28 trillion. Remember, this is a very huge country. And once a president gets into power, the culture of the US is that they benchmark the performance. The 100 days, it's referred to as their first 100 days in office. These 100 days, around 3 months, is when it set the tone of development, it set the pace. It acts as a pacemaker, whereby it sets the pace and to which this government is gauged and to how it can perform in the US. And this is a clarion call for other governments, forms of government in Africa, whereby they are supposed to benchmark and counter-check on how these 100 days of the US, how they set the performance, they set the pace and to which development can take place. This is a country which consists of around 50, actually it consists of 50 states. Yeah. And the main state being the New York, and the US. We understand that the US it is multifaceted ancestry, meaning it has it is composed of citizens from several different parts of the world. Understand that during the US got its independence around 1776, meaning it has developed much as compared to most of the countries of the world. So it means that most of the citizens go to the US to do business, to do to study as students. Also, most of them go there as visitors, tourists. Now, under Donald Trump's administration, one of the policies that was introduced by Trump is that there will be mass deportation, meaning many people are going to be taken back to their homes. Fellas, imagine being taken back to your home, and maybe because of one or two reasons. So it means that and if you overstayed, you could be charged in the court of law. So this week, most of the citizens from Jamaica, some of them were from Cuba, some of them were from Yemen, some of them were from Laos, and so most of these citizens were deported. Most of them were deported, mass deportation to Eswatini. Yeah, most of them were deported to Eswatini, and Eswatini is a country from the southern Africa. And it was formerly referred to as Swaziland. So, meaning the term Eswatini, it means that these people were trying to diversify themselves from Swaziland. So So most of these people who are from Jamaica, from Cuba, some of them were deported, mass deportation to Eswatini. As a small country, approximately 2%, the 2%, approximately 2% is Muslim, and also 90% of the population is Christian. Okay, it has dominant ethnic group in the country. The dominant ethnic group are the Swazis. So most of them were deported to Swaziland, and because of one or two reasons. And also, most of the people, it outraged. Now most of the people questioned as to why some people were being deported to countries where they were not coming from. Like, for example, a Jamaican person is supposed to be taken to Jamaica, but that person, he or she, would find himself in Eswatini. So it creates a problem. And remember, these policies, most of the U.S. citizens, most of the U.S. presidents, like Theodore Roosevelt, and his 100 days, whereby he developed so many policies, and it sets the tone and to the current presidents. So this deportation was dubbed, or it is now, even now, it is dubbed as a third country deportations. Remember, most of the people who are deported, most of them are taken to third world countries. Third world countries are these countries that are growing bit by bit. So we cannot compare them with these other countries, such as the US, Russia, China. So it has been dubbed as that world country deportations. And this news was announced by the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security. Remember, the US, they are most of them are organized, the security is organized. The DHS have announced this on July 16th, that most of the people were being deported of one or two reasons. One of the reasons is that most of them were deported because of charges in their motherland. Charges. Charges can come in form of corruption. Maybe this person was a politician, and he ran to the US to seek for asylum, seeking for a place to hide, or seeking for a place where they can continue their businesses, continue their daily lives without being trailed by the government of their motherland. So these people who were involved in charges are the ones who are now deported. Yeah, so having charges in their countries. Yeah, so you wake up in the morning, unajipata tu you've been deported. Also, the other people, the other category of people are those people whose visas have overstayed. They are visa overstayers. For example, students, tourists. Yeah, it means that these visas are undocumented. Remember, if you have overstayed a place, remember in the US they use visa. So when you overstay in the US, it means that your visa is going to expire. So it means that it becomes now undocumented, according to Homeland DHS, Department of Homeland Security. So if it is undocumented, then you are dubbed as a person who is an alien, or a person who did not come in the US in a more formal way. Also, we have these people who have mixed statuses or mixed status families. For example, a person whose father is a US citizen and the mother is a Kenyan citizen. It means that person is going to be affected, because that person is neither a German or a US citizen, or that person that simply means that person is going to be affected in one way or the other in the mass deportations. So this person has been defined to us as a stateless citizen. Imagine being a stateless citizen, then it means that you are going to be affected by the deportation. Also, some other countries of Africa, remember we're talking of third world countries, some of them, such as Southern Sudan also, it received some of the migrants who are deported. So you can see the number keeps on increasing. It increases. So if it is increasing, then it means that countries will not be able to sustain these people who are coming from the US. Also, it means that these people who are coming from the US, most of them are not deported to their. It is alleged that they are not deported to their specific countries, where the motherland, the countries where they're coming from. Also, we have volatile policies which are fast-tracked under Trump's administration. It means that even a small policy which was stipulated in the charter, in the US charter under the Trump's administration, is going to be traded, with vacant being. So it means that each and every line is going to be underlined by the administration. It means that countries in Africa have failed in one way or the other. It means that they cannot be able to sustain the population. Those people who are learned, those people who have degrees, those people who are well learned and they have the skills. It means that Africa is now producing labor instead of producing the skills. It has the skills, but the labor force is so much that a specific country cannot be able to sustain or to cater for all these graduates, all these people who are coming from the varsities of the colleges, of the learning institutions, tertiary institutions. So it means that one way or the other, we are supposed to fix our countries and try to curb all these issues that leads to people going to outside world to work or to study. We fix our education system, we fix our agriculture, we fix our labor, we fix our labor unions, whereby we discuss on MOUs of salaries, on MOUs of maybe the partnerships, and also investors. Remember, investment is the key for economic development in most of these African countries. So when an African country such as Kenya, where Kenya has been having protests, have been having political instability in one way or the other, it means that when we fix these issues, these burning issues in these countries, or even in Kenya, in that case, means that we are going to make these people to come to Kenya and back us in form of investment, and also it creates jobs. It's going to create jobs, and so on and so forth. So, fellas, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking your time. We meet next time.